I gotta look at you, know who I'm talking to. I just stepped down that for you, but I even calm myself down. Throw one more thing up here, I'm gonna whoop your head. Throw one more thing. I ain't gonna lie, I think they get you, boy. Say, you put 3 shirts up here. It's crazy. But ain't playing. Yeah, you gotta be on your mind. Hey, you throw one more thing, I'm gonna beat you. Hey. Play with me tonight if you want to, man.
Yep. Yeah, that was YB giving the fan a warning before hitting him with the Mayweather special. Footage of NBA YoungBoy beating up a fan has just gone viral.
I ain't gotta look at you, know who I'm talking to. I just stepped down that for you, but I had to calm myself down. Throw one more thing up here, I'm gonna whoop your head.
Social media is going crazy right now, but here's the real tea. The story behind this viral moment goes way deeper than what you're seeing on your timeline. What actually went down at this concert ties into a long history of violence, altercations, and YoungBoy making it clear that disrespect won't fly at his shows. So let's break down what really happened. October 9th, 2025, Columbia, South Carolina, at the Colonial Life Arena. 2 sold-out nights on YoungBoy's Mesa tour. His first major run in years after being locked up and stuck on house arrest.
It's a busy night in Columbia. The Colonial Life Arena is hosting rapper YoungBoy Never Broke Again, or more well known as NBA YoungBoy, for the latest tour.
Security was on another level. Cops everywhere, strict bans on bags, even clear ones. No ski masks or face coverings. They knew YoungBoy's shows can get rowdy and came ready. The arena was packed, energy off the charts, and YoungBoy was tearing through his biggest hits until a fan started hurling food and random items at him. People were chucking shirts and snacks like it was a joke. But everything changed when someone tossed a green flag. YoungBoy saw it, the music cut, the crowd went silent. He stepped to the edge of the stage, locked eyes with the culprit, and dropped the line that blew up online. "Stop throwing that before I come down there and whoop your ass."
I ain't gotta look at you, know who I'm talking to. I just stepped down that for you, but I had to calm myself down. Throw one more thing up here, I'm gonna whoop your head. Throw one more thing.
It was a straight-up threat, and everyone knew he meant it. The crowd went wild because they know YoungBoy's reputation. He doesn't make empty promises. And when you disrespect the King of Slime at his own show, there are consequences. But here's the thing. This wasn't even close to the wildest moment at a YoungBoy concert. We've seen everything from his crew jumping into the crowd mid-performance to fight a fan, to YoungBoy nearly getting his chains snatched and throwing hands himself, to full-on brawls that shut entire venues down. His concerts are legendary, but often for all the wrong reasons. That's why you need to hear the full story, because what went down in Columbia is just the tip of the iceberg. We're diving into every major altercation YoungBoy's had with fans, breaking down what really happened that night and the deeper psychology behind why these situations keep exploding at his shows. This is more than a viral clip, it's about patterns, about a street mentality colliding with mainstream fame, and what happens when someone tests a man who truly lives what he raps. But to really get it, we have to rewind. December 2018, South Carolina. Yep, same state as the recent incident. YoungBoy was performing, standing on his security guard's shoulders to get closer to the fans back when he'd dive right into the chaos before all the new security measures. The crowd's going crazy. Everyone's reaching out, trying to touch him, catch a high five. Everything's good until someone decides to grab his chain. Out of nowhere, a dude reaches up and tries to yank it off his neck like YoungBoy wouldn't do anything. The moment YoungBoy felt that pull, he jumped off his guard's shoulders and started swinging, no hesitation, no second thoughts, just pure reaction. He caught the guy clean in the face, and instantly the whole place erupted into chaos. Fights broke out in the crowd, people were pushing and shoving. Security scrambling to regain control while YoungBoy kept trying to get at the guy who tried him. Clips of the moment hit the internet almost instantly. And here's the wild part. After security finally broke it up and got YoungBoy back on stage, you'd think the show would settle down. But nah. The same dude who tried to snatch his chain started heckling from the floor, talking reckless, yelling up at the stage like he didn't just get embarrassed in front of thousands of people, get his face rearranged in front of thousands of people. At this point, YoungBoy's on stage with Quando Rondo, and Quando hears this dude still mouthing off. He stops the music cold. The entire arena goes dead silent, every single person watching to see what's about to go down. Then Quando grabs the mic and says something like, "If anybody got a problem with YoungBoy, speak up right now or shut up forever." It felt straight out of a movie, a full-on challenge in front of the whole crowd. And unbelievably, the same guy who tried to snatch YoungBoy's chain actually spoke up. Dude really thought he was tough enough to keep talking after already getting rocked once. That was all YoungBoy needed to hear. He jumped off the stage and charged straight into the crowd. Security's trying to hold him back. Fans are scrambling to get out of the way. Phones are up everywhere recording, and YoungBoy's swinging locked in on whoever tried him. The place exploded into chaos. The show was basically over right then and there, no coming back from that kind of madness. Security was overwhelmed, the energy was way too wild, and the crowd was completely out of control. Clips flooded social media within minutes. TMZ picked it up, every hip-hop page covered it. People couldn't believe YoungBoy actually dove into the crowd mid-concert to fight someone, but the real ones understood. You try to rob a man like that, especially someone who still carries that street mentality, you're going to face the consequences immediately. And what made it even crazier? This wasn't the first time someone tried to snatch his chain. Months before the South Carolina incident at a Philly show, someone made the same mistake. YoungBoy called it out on the mic in real time, saying, "You snatch my chain, I'ma beat thee out you. Go ahead and try it, boy." He gave clear warnings, but some fans still didn't listen. They found out the hard way that YoungBoy doesn't play about his jewelry or his respect. Now here's where things take a turn. The next situation proved YoungBoy didn't always have to handle things personally. He had people in his circle who were more than ready to step up for him, no hesitation. Enter DD Dog, one of YoungBoy's most loyal guys, known in the crew as a crash dummy. For anyone unfamiliar with the term, a crash dummy is someone who rides for their people no matter what, the one who jumps first and thinks later. The one who doesn't care about consequences when it comes to protecting their own. And DD Dog? He embodied that role completely. At another YoungBoy concert, things went from calm to chaos fast. YoungBoy's performing, giving that same high-energy show he's known for, everything's smooth until one fan starts doing too much. Whether he was heckling, throwing stuff, or just being plain disrespectful, no one knows the exact trigger. But one thing's certain. YoungBoy noticed, and what happened next would become one of the wildest moments in his concert history. YoungBoy noticed the fan acting up and he wasn't feeling it. But instead of stopping the show himself like he did in Colombia or during that South Carolina chain-snatching moment, he switched things up. This time he gave a simple order: DD Dog, handle that. And DD Dog didn't hesitate for a second. He jumped off the stage, pushed straight through the crowd, found the fan causing trouble, and started putting hands on him right there in the middle of the concert while YoungBoy kept performing like nothing happened. Let that sink in. The music never stopped, YoungBoy kept rapping, and DD Dog was in the crowd throwing punches like it was part of the show. The arena went wild. Some fans pulled out their phones to record, others backed up trying to stay clear, and a few just stood there in shock, realizing they were watching a full-on fight unfold during a live performance. This wasn't security removing an unruly fan, this was a member of the artist's own crew handling business mid-show. In the streets, that's called loyalty. Your people step in so you don't have to risk catching a case or breaking the flow. But for YoungBoy, this wasn't happening in a back alley club, this was in a major arena, packed with thousands of witnesses and cameras everywhere. Eventually, security had to step in, pull DD Dog off the fan, and bring him back to the stage area. But by then, the message was clear. If you come to a YoungBoy concert looking for problems, you're not just dealing with him. You're dealing with his whole team. That's what made YoungBoy's shows different from everyone else's. This wasn't just about professional security doing their job. This washes people getting involved, treating the concert like it was still the block. For YoungBoy and his crew, there was no line between street life and the stage. They carried that same energy everywhere they went. From small clubs to massive arenas, the DD Dog incident quickly went viral, spawning memes and jokes online about how you can't even heckle at a YoungBoy show without catching a fade from his team. But behind the humor, there was real concern. Because in reality, this kind of thing could have ended badly: lawsuits, assault charges, venue bans, even potential career damage. If that fan had been seriously hurt, YoungBoy could have faced major legal fallout for giving that order. Still, that's what makes YoungBoy who he is. He's never been the type to move cautiously or calculate consequences before acting. His fans love him for that raw authenticity, because in an industry full of rappers pretending to be something they're not, YoungBoy is what he raps about. No filters, no fake personas, no switching up for cameras. What you see is what you get: real, unfiltered, and unpredictable. And that's the key. When you look at his full concert history, you start to see it's not just a few wild moments. It's a pattern, a consistent, explosive mix of street energy, loyalty, and authenticity that follows him wherever he goes. It's been happening throughout YoungBoy's entire career. Take Richmond, Virginia, September 2018, another wild night. In the middle of his set, a fight broke out right in front of the stage. Video footage showed YoungBoy himself swinging at someone in the crowd while security scrambled to contain the chaos. The concert had to be paused just to calm things down. Then there was Minnesota, and this one's insane. A fan allegedly threw something toward the stage, and YoungBoy's security wasn't having it. They literally picked the guy up and tossed him back into the crowd, like physically threw him into a sea of people. The fan walked away somehow, but that's beside the point. The fact that security felt comfortable doing that says everything about the energy at a YoungBoy show. Next up, North Carolina. This time, someone actually managed to snatch a chain from one of YoungBoy's crew members. YoungBoy stopped the show cold and grabbed the mic, calling the thief out directly. "Whoever took that chain off my partner's neck, that ain't his chain, that's my chain. If you bout that, whoever took that, raise your hand." Of course, nobody did because they knew better. But YoungBoy made it clear he didn't care about the money or the jewelry. It was about respect. It's never been about the material stuff. It's about not letting anyone think they can disrespect him and walk away.